7 hours on a Saturday not too long ago, just making sure those first payrolls happen and getting those benefit services, connecting me with those vendors and providers. And in parallel with that, I've been trying to build pipelines for myself to monitor hiring pipeline, FMLA tracking systems so that I can keep track of that better than what we've been, better for me, first time for me, but to be as accurate with those records as much as possible. But, you know, we have done HR, obviously, but we do it by committee in our district, and there's opportunities for some failure points and things like that. So it's in those spaces that I'm still learning about the current practice and how we might tweak that. To everyone's credit, you know, when you come in as the new guy, well, what have you thought about this? You know, there's a potential to sound like the guy who's pointing out flaws, and that's not it. I told them on day one, I'm amazed at how much data, how much is processed, record keeping and all that at this office. And my goal is to try to make us as efficient as possible and as accurate as possible. So, and to everyone's credit, they've been very welcoming, and Andrea and Vicki and Tammy, and showing me where all things are and just trying to build future systems in place. I've been working on a library of documents and forms that we use district-wide that I'll be sharing out with managers and directors once I put the finishing touches on it, so that we're consistent in how we're managing some of those sensitive details. So it's underway, but doing anything, as you well know, with any sort of fidelity takes a little time, while I'm also learning a great deal. My head's been spinning, but it's been a fun journey. I've had some great mentors sitting alongside me to get to this point, and I'm just excited for the next steps, and looking forward to it. So again, thank you, and thank you everybody for just continuing to invest in the Clifford family, and we're always excited for new challenges, and that's where we are. Any questions about any of that? You're welcome to stop by at any time.
The last thing there under the financial report is just a request to approve the EdFlex waiver and allow it to be posted on our district website as required. The request is in your packet, so I would ask you to please approve that request.
Can I get a motion to approve the EdFlex waiver and allow it to be posted on the district website?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Neola policy updates.
Yeah, you were presented with these policies last month. I would ask that you approve the new policy 6109 and all the revised policies, and also approve rescinding policies 5840 and 7541 as presented in your packet. Those were shared with the GTA, and I think they will meet all of the state and federal requirements that we need to update those policies.
Can I get a motion to approve the new policies, the rescinded policies, and the revised policies as presented?
So moved.
Can I get a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? New business. The board resolution.
We have a couple for the board to approve tonight. One, the resolution giving me the authority to sign off on official legal documents on behalf of the Greensburg Board of School Trustees. I just need a little bit more clarity to the State Board of Accounts if they ask why I had the authority to sign off on that. It's because you passed a resolution that said I had the authority to sign off on that. So there's nothing that's ever signed off on by me that doesn't come to you to get approved as well. So it's just to speed up the process, since we only meet once a month. My signature is required quite often, so it just helps us speed up the process working with the state and with any federal programs that we need to work with. So that's the board to approve that resolution tonight, and please sign the resolution as it comes around.
Can I get a motion to approve the resolution giving Superintendent Hunter the authority to sign official legal documents on behalf of the Greensburg Board of School Trustees.
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Second is a resolution to transfer funds for House Enrolled Act 1210-2026. And that is a new resolution for transferring out of debt service. We've never been able to transfer funds out of debt service before, but with the tax situation decreases that different communities got, the state was going to give authority to school districts with board resolutions to transfer money out of debt service into operations if need be. We probably aren't going to do any transfers unless it's absolutely necessary, because if you remember, we did have a very large cash balance in our debt service, but over the last year, we've had to use up almost all of that cash balance we had to meet that 15% limit now that you can have in cash balance in debt service. So this is just precautionary. Whether we have to do it or not, we'll just have to see again where we are once the budget is complete with all the reductions that we're going to get in our operations fund. Do you have anything to add with that, Andrea?
Can I get a motion to approve the resolution to transfer funds for House Enrolled Act 1210-2026? So moved. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Superintendent's report.
Yes, just a couple of things here. One, with the Greensburg Teachers Association, we are going to have our first meeting with the association tomorrow. So we'll start the process off. You have a copy of the tentative schedule of meetings up until we are able to approve the contract. So we'll be working diligently with GTA to put everything together over the next 2 months to bring back to the board for approval for a new 26-27 contract. So any questions about anything with negotiations? Heather is here tonight, president of GTA. Just confirmed earlier that we're still on for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Okay, second item is just yearly. We have to make an appointment of our treasurer and deputy treasurer. As you know, Gail is no longer with us. Matt is going to take on the role as deputy treasurer for the corporation. The superintendent cannot be in that capacity by law. It has to be someone other than the superintendent, either as treasurer or deputy treasurer. So I would ask the board to appoint Andrea as the corporation treasurer and Matt as the deputy treasurer for 26-27 school.
Could I get a motion to approve the appointment of Andrea Phillips as corporation treasurer and Matt Clifford as deputy treasurer for the 2026-2027 school year?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Meredith?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, the next item in your board packet, you have a copy of the 25-26 teacher and administrative evaluation ratings. I would ask the board to approve those as presented to you. We have to have actually, I'm not sure this year whether we do or not, because it's changed. But in the last few years, we've had to have a public hearing on the ratings for our teachers. And I'm just going to give you the summary, which is what is necessary. And if that is something that they follow through again this year with, we will have met those requirements. So in the evaluation ratings this past school year, 25-26, we had 111 highly effective teachers. We had 27 effective teachers, And we had one teacher that was in the improvement necessary category. As far as administrators, we had 8 highly effective, 3 effective, 1 needing some improvement. So those were our overall numbers for 25-26. And with that said, that would be all that we could speak of in open session on that. But are there any questions about those numbers? I would ask the board then to approve this hearing that we had held the hearing tonight. You already signed off that we've held the meeting, but just give me a vote of approval for the hearing.
Can I get a motion for approval of the 2025-2026 teacher administrators evaluation ratings?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Next item, I need for the board to approve a status quo contract for our teachers for 26-27, meaning that the contract is exactly as it was for 25-26 until we finish the negotiation process. And our contract is on our website. We can also put a copy of the contract in your work packet here tonight. So nothing changes until we finish the negotiation process, but we do need to approve the status quo contract.
Can I get a motion for approval of the status quo 2026-2027 teacher contracts?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Next item is a request to post the 2027 CPF and bus replacement plans on the corporation website. The board would give me approval to do that. That'll really kind of begin our whole budget process this year.
Can I get a motion to approve the posting of the 2027 CPF and VR plans to the corporation website?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Next item, if we could, I would like to get the board to form the committee from yourself for the meeting that we will have with the administrative team to discuss the development of the 26-27 district goals. Vicki will contact those who are interested in being on the committee and set up some times. We can meet. We usually meet in the morning. We can meet in the evening. We can meet during the day. It doesn't really matter to me, but we'll give some options. But what board members would like to be part of the district goals for 26-27?
How many do you need?
2 to 3.
I could do it.
That's like in August, right? Or now, coming up.
Yeah, coming up here in the next few weeks.
I can do that. I can't next week.
I would like to have them done before the August board meeting, so we can approve the August board meeting. Got room for one more, if anyone else would like to be on that committee. Okay, so Emily, you and Meredith, Vicki will be with you, and we'll kind of set when we're gonna have it around when you can do it, because I'm available whenever. And then the administrators that are available, they'll also participate in that. I did give you kind of an outline of some things for 26-27. All that is a starting point. So things on that can be eliminated, new things put on it, whatever, but I kind of always believe in a starting point. And I used the reference for where we were at for 25-26 to get to that starting point. And I think if you go back and look at 25-26, there's not too many things on there that we set out to accomplish that we didn't. So I think it's very important, and it's even going to be a greater emphasis in the future at corporation level and the building level with these district goals. Everything's at each level is going to be pointing towards success with these district goals. So they may look a little bit different next year than what they looked this year. Okay? Next item that I need is I need the board to approve. We haven't changed bus driver pays for quite a few years here, and we're going to, with your approval, increase the rate by $3 a day. That doesn't sound like much when you say $3 a day, but it's actually in that $500 range for the year, because they do 180 days. So it's 3 times 180, it's 460, I don't know, what is 5, it's 540, $540 dollar increase. So that's where we are with the bus drivers, what I would recommend. Also increase $10 for special ed pre-K morning routes. There are 4 of those. These have become much longer routes than what we had in the past. Plus we have 4 now where we used to just have 1. So that's really increasing. And then approve pay rates for classified employees after the 2% approved increase that you approved last month. Approve those. Pay rates are in your board packet. And then approve 2% increase food service employees. All of those employees' names are there because the State Board of Accounts wants everyone named what their new rate's gonna be, so that's why you have everybody's new rate in your packet. So I would ask the board to make those changes. Bus driver changes, the 2% increase in employees, and the 2% increase to the food service.
Can I get a motion for approval of the bus driver pay increases, the increase of the special ed pre-K morning routes, and the approval of the pay rates for the classified employees, as well as for the food service employees as listed?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
The next item is to dispose of a 2013 IC bus. We will do that at Maddox auction on 7/23, next Thursday night, as we normally do. So I'd ask the board to approve of disposing of that bus. Ryan will abstain from it.
Can I get a motion of approval for disposing of the obsolete 2013 IC bus at Maddox auction?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Mr. Hunter, does anyone own their bus, or are they all?
We have two.
Okay.
Two contracted drivers on their buses, and their contracts will be up in 2 years, isn't it?
2028.
Yeah. So at that time, we're just gonna take over all the routes for the contracts. And probably both of them are questionable whether they're gonna continue driving, but at that point, we're gonna take them all.
Donations to the corporation.
Yes, we have some, $3,000 from the community, from the Greensburg Community Education Foundation for teacher grants, $15,000 from the Decatur County Community Foundation for high school healthcare simulation lab, $250 from Shooty Excavating to the junior high archery team, $1,400 from the Decatur County Community Foundation to our high school ag curriculum, $5,000 from the Decatur County Community Foundation to the high school work-based learning, $5,000 from the Decatur County Community Foundation to the high school JAG program, $10,000 from S&G LLC to Greensburg High School Shriver Scholarship Fund, and $1,000 from the University of Indy to Caroline Hurd for Council Renewal Action Team, whatever that is.
Can I get a motion for approval of the donations to the corporation?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Again, I'd like to really thank all of our community for what they give to our schools. It's just amazing every month, the thousands of dollars that come into programs and to to special things for the kids and teachers in our corporation that we probably couldn't do without those donations, and just thanks greatly to our community for that commitment.
Resignations, retirements, and leaves of absence.
Yeah, we do have a few. Morgan Schutte has resigned her junior high math teaching position with Greensburg Schools. Quinn Sciarra has resigned as a school band director. Kyle Sellers has resigned the boys and girls tennis coaching position. And Crystal Castor has resigned from the junior high school cafeteria.
I get a motion for approval of the resignations, retirements, and leaves of absence.
So moved.
I get a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Appointments.
Yeah, I would say congratulations to all of our building principals in particular for helping us be fully staffed right now. We probably do have a couple of teaching assistant positions that are still open because we don't really go after those until later in July, simply because if we hire them in May, they'll find another job before we get around to August. So we kind of start pushing for that in about mid-July. But all of our teaching positions are currently full, which is great because there are a lot of open positions out there around the state. So we're very happy for that, and very pleased with the job that our principals have done in interviewing and selecting some new candidates. When we do our new teacher induction in a couple weeks here, you'll have the opportunity to lunchtime, if you're available, come and have lunch with our new teachers and meet the new staff. We have quite a number of Greensburg High School graduates who are coming back to teach for us. That's a good thing, because that probably means they're going to stay in Greensburg schools. One of the things that we've had problem with, same as most districts, is young teachers come in, they teach for a couple of years, and they move on somewhere else. So hopefully, we can stimulate that over the next few years with our grow our own philosophy that we've tried to incorporate into the system over the last couple of years. So we'll see where that goes, but really excited about the new teachers we have coming in. Okay, as far as appointments, Virgie Dougal is a summer school teacher. Sierra Day is the summer school teaching assistant. Susan Conk is the summer school teaching assistant. Hannah Sullivan is head 7th grade volleyball coach. Jessica Barker is our JAG teacher at the high school. Katrina Alexander is a corporation band director. Anastasia Ridzen as a high school early childhood apprentice. Alexa Gurich is a high school early childhood apprentice. Natalie Rogers is elementary teaching assistant. Jessica Gauk is a high school early childhood apprentice. Maddie Dickerson is a junior high English teacher and drama co-sponsor. Brooklyn Leisure as a junior high mentor. Heather Helmrich as a junior high mentor. Heather Sanders is a junior high mentor. Kevin Rohr is a high school resource officer. Kenneth Woodhall is the elementary school resource officer. Dave Wilson is the assistant transportation director. Tyler Dwinger is a junior high math teacher. Christina Pittman is a junior high mentor. Stacy Walkie is a junior high mentor. June Rigney is a head tennis coach. Josh Rich is a volunteer girls soccer coach. Jeremy Lips is the assistant girls soccer coach. Adam Wenzel is a head girls soccer coach. Colin Rigney is a volunteer assistant boys tennis coach. Gary Bailey is the assistant boys tennis coach. Tassie Shaw is a high school cafeteria employee. And Chris Hoffman as a high school archery coach. So that's the board approve those.
Sierra, go back to B, Sierra Day, that was a last minute change, it's Autumn Anderson, not Sierra Day.
Okay.
I get a motion for approval of the appointments.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Communication from board members.
One thing we can do tonight, if you are interested in going to the annual meeting, let Vicki know and she will get you registered. We do need one person to be the delegate at that annual meeting. I think she sent to you yesterday, the schedule. I know some of you just can't because of work schedules, but if you can go to the state conference, it's the superintendent's / ISBA state conference, maybe it might be ISBA / superintendent's state conference, but that will be held up in Indianapolis for 2 days. If you have the opportunity to go, let Vicki know. Does anybody know for sure they're gonna go? Meredith, are going again this year?
I think I'm available. If I need to be the delegate, I can be.
We will, we'll go ahead and just think about it, and next month, at the August board meeting, we will appoint a delegate for someone who is gonna go.
This year.
October 5th and 6th.
Yeah, it's a little bit later than past years.
Yeah, that September date didn't work, wasn't working very well.
It's usually.
Next regular meeting will be Tuesday, August 11th, 2026, here at central office at 6 p.m. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned?
We will have